Welcome, Rocket football fans. This week, Crittenden County will host Fulton County, a dangerous team in the Class A First District. It'll be pink out, so wear your pink. Coach Thompson, you wearing the pink uniforms this year?
No, sir. We've actually passed those on to the mamas, but we will accessorize in pink and make sure that's available for the guys.
I know this is an important night for the team to display this imagery for those who are fighting cancer. Yeah,
definitely. You look at how cancer has just affected our community and so many communities out there. It's just an opportunity for us to show that it's more than just a game, and you can just bring recognition and donations to different causes through football. So it's always great to be able to do that.
I know everybody gets a kick out of pink out, and I never was a big fan of the pink uniforms, and I know you weren't either.
Well, yeah, when I think back over the years, just any of the different uniforms we won, I can only think of one time winning in them against Fulton County. So we've worn those pink uniforms probably 7 or 8 times and only won once in them. So I'm not superstitious, but there just comes a point where it's like, how many times do you have to lose in them before you change it? And plus, we don't have all the kids' numbers in them. Some of the numbers don't match up. So it's just an opportunity to go ahead and put those in the stands with the mamas and go forward. And we'll still wear our pink. We still have our ribbon on our helmets, and we still support.
Well, I know Fulton County is a team that we've kind of had our way with in the past. In fact, we have the longest winning streak out of any team, any opponent we play, 15 games against Fulton County. We want to keep it that way.
Yeah, definitely. This is a team that if they come in this week and allow them to step on the field and stay confident, then they'll give us trouble. So we have to come out and start the game, like we say, fast and finish fast. The more that we let their confidence build, the more dangerous they'll be. And I told the kids just this morning, this team's going to be different than any of the other Fulton County teams because they're going to come in confident. They're not going to need you to mess up and allow them to get confident. It will only grow if you let it. So we got to make sure we shut that down from the jump. And
this is a team that jumped up on Russellville 22-0, and then Russellville had to come back in the very end of the football game to win that by one point. So this is a team that they're dangerous.
They're very dangerous. They have 3 running backs that run really hard, and defensively they're a really sound defense. They play just harder than any of the teams that have played in the past. But you saw that last year. They started playing a little harder than they had in the past. And this year, they've just gotten in, they've put it together, and they're just sneaking up on people. So this is one of the games that's important because, without this one, we leave that door open for the district championship, and that's the goal, to win the district championship. We want that. So in order to do that, you have to beat all your district opponents. That's the easiest way to do it, of course. So we've done that with Fulton City, and now we got to come in this week and make sure we take the next step.
Caleb Kimball's Fulton County's guy. He's their go-to guy. He's rushed for over 1,300 yards. What do you do to stop that guy? He's a load, isn't he?
It's about, we talk about these guys we have on all levels. It's about them playing together. And, of course, this is an opportunity to show we have a great defense. We will be, without one, maybe the center piece of our defense, and T-Bone this week. With his hip injury, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a couple minutes, but it's just an opportunity for other guys to step up and make plays. We have a lot of guys on the defensive line that cause trouble for offenses that we've played, and other linebackers are going to step up this week. And you see Gavin playing in the middle back at home and getting everybody in place and being able to cause havoc in their backfield all night.
Yeah, Tyler Boone, we'll go ahead and move into the injury report. This could take a while.
Yeah, this could take a good while.
This time of year, we're just banged up. Yeah. And we've got some key players out, and some that we don't know when we'll get back, but some are coming back maybe a little sooner than expected.
Yeah, definitely. I'll start with, Preston. He had his surgery, and it's been nice to see him back out at practice. He's in a boot and on crutches right now, but he's progressing well. He's a Turley, and I tell him every time I say it's good to see him. It's good to see you again. Even he has a humongous head, so even with that head, it's good to see you. And it's a cute head. He's got a cute head for as big as it is, but just that Turley gene. So for him to be out there, it's nice to be able to joke with him and be around them again.
His dad and uncle were big men, are big men.
Huge. And then, you know, you got McAllister, who started his treatment, and he should be back here in a couple weeks, as long as there's no setbacks there. And then you got Ian, who, you know, he every day is working.
Yeah.
Working to make sure all
that's
that.
him. That's his
yeah,
MO.
He's going to put it back. He's going to give you everything he has to get it back together. So hopefully in a few weeks, all that work pays off for him. He'll go back and get checked up here in a little while. Another one on the line, Jagger Hayes. He went today to get that checked out, and hopefully he gets cleared to, you know, continue to wear the cast, but to cover it up and go. So hopefully, I haven't got that report back yet, so hopefully that comes back good. You also have Justin Phillips. We got back. He's released and he's ready to go. We got Ben. He's released. And
Ben who?
Ben, yours, that one. It's good to see those guys, you know, come back and be excited about wanting to play football. So they're guys that are cleared and ready to go. Of course, T-Bone, he's week to week.
The guys that were injured last week that we didn't know about, Devin Porter and Lathan Easley, they're back. They're nursing what they've got, but both of them will play this week. Or?
Yeah, Devin and Lathan should both give it a go. We'll assess them in warm-ups and make sure, but they've been practicing and doing what they can do. Devin had a contusion in his shin, basically, and I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't have somewhat of an ankle sprain, just almost like the whiplash effect that Jack would have in a wreck. And then Lathan just sprained his ankle a little bit. It's the one he's had trouble with in the past, so he's just dealing with getting that swelling out of there.
And, you know, I guess you count your blessings that you don't have more, because we play a pretty tough schedule for a Class A team, and we played some very contested ball games, and it's the nature of the sport.
Yeah, you know, at this time in the year, you know, we should say that when you really think about it, we are healthy. We can field a team and not be out of position.
Yeah.
You know, I can remember some years where Coach started scrambling just to figure out who was going to put where. You know, one of our strengths coming in was our depth. And guys prepared and ready to play. Yeah, it's definitely been tested. But, you know, they've stepped up and they've shown that they were ready and played well. So we want to continue to do that. Next man up.
Let's talk a little bit about the rankings. We do this every week. We still haven't moved up.
Yeah.
We keep winning, but so does everyone else.
Yeah.
We're ranked number 7 again this week, and you know, you can't doubt those teams above us. All of them are pretty good football teams.
Definitely.
You know, I think Class A is, for the most part, very strong this year.
Yeah.
You start looking around at some of the teams that these Class A squads have beaten, and it's solid this year.
Definitely. The one right here ahead of, I see you got the rankings right here. I think Paintsville and Hazard play this week. So if that's a big
showdown right there. Yeah,
if it's a big upset, I wouldn't say upset, just a big deficit, you might be an opportunity to see some movement right there.
See some movement, yeah.
As long as we go out and handle business.
Speaking of this week's matchups, the ones we're going to abbreviate this week, and we're just going to focus now on these teams that we could see in the playoffs, because we really want to keep a close eye on it. I think I messed up my schedule last week, and I had Campbellsville, Bethlehem last week. They actually play this week, and Campbellsville is a team that's ranked ahead of us, and Bethlehem is a team we know all too well. Fort Knox will be at Caverna. That's probably a game, whoever wins or loses, and what we do in the next 2 weeks will determine whether we play one of those two teams.
Yeah, definitely.
To open the playoffs.
You know, I think that Bethlehem, anytime you go to play there, it's a tough place to play. They have crazy fans, the music's blaring, and they just play a little bit better at home.
We've kind of got some crazy fans and music blaring now.
Yeah, we got that atmosphere as well. But it's an opportunity for Campbellsville to go in and have a letdown. That's what I'm saying. Not saying that they will. Campbellsville's a great team. I've seen some highlights on them throughout the year, and they're a very explosive, fast team. And I think they'll probably go handle that, but it's just probably the last opportunity on their schedule for someone to come in there.
And then Fulton City goes to Russellville. Now that game is on Saturday. It's a Tobacco Bowl. It's going to be over at Russellville. I assume that's a game you guys may be going to if you have an opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I'm just happy. that Fulton City, as of right now, they're playing that game.
Yeah.
Because 3 weeks for Russellville to prepare for us, they can come in and be ready. So I'm happy that they're healthy and going and making sure that they can have their focus on us early. So.
A question that a lot of the fans have asked me, and I'll let you answer this, is about the bye week. I know early in the season, it's kind of tough the way it came a second week for us this year, and everybody's saying, gosh, wish we had that bye week right now. And I know with the way the scheduling's done, it's tough to change that, but is there any possibility? Or is that something you want to do?
I don't know off the top of my head right now, but I'm pretty sure that the bye week is different than the second week, but it could be earlier. It could be week 1 or 0.
So we may not play week 0, which is what they call that first week.
Yeah, and then 10.
There's actually 11 weeks to get 10 games in.
But I think that it might be right week 6-ish. If I'm thinking,
that'd be a good place for it. I know the scheduling grid the way it is. It's tough.
It's tough to do based off trying to find opponents that will play you or that you want to play. So it's a job, but it's my first time getting to take part in that, and I think my goal was to move it, but I don't know that I was able to get that done. I can't remember.
That's the fun part of coaching is scheduling, right? pick your opponents.
The fun part at all.
All right, here's our question of the week, our trivia question. Now remember, if you have the answer, go down to H&H Supply and give those fine folks your best shot at it. And if you have the answer correct, you'll get a free round of golf down at Deer Lakes in Salem. And that's a green fee and your cart. This week, we're going to bring Devon Nesbitt a little bit in this. And Devon's going to be a feature toward the end of the program here today after that Superman job he had last week. What an incredible individual performance at Ballard. But here's your question. Devon Nesbitt needs 34 yards to be the third player in school history with 500 yards receiving. That's 500 yards receiving and 2,000 yards rushing. Name the other two who have eclipsed that. So Devon needs 34 to join this group. There are two who have at least 500 receiving and 2,000 rushing. Who are they? If you have the right answer, go down to H&H, get you a free round of golf. All right, Coach Thompson, this week, as we say, being home, being in that atmosphere again, all I've heard since the last home game against Union County was, man, I want to get home again. It's a party. And I know Todd Riley is in Mexico. And I was on the phone with him earlier, and I said, you better make sure you're back.
You better be. We need you. We need you. That's part of this.
That's the 12th man.
It's part of the whole atmosphere that we wanted to create and we talked about. So, he's a big part of that, and Vicky with the music, and then just everyone out in the stands is having the time of their lives. I enjoy seeing people enjoy it. We can feed off that, and the kids love it as well.
Well, I know with all the injuries, we're every week we're seeing new kids having opportunity, and that's good. It builds depth if you're getting these guys back. And I know, do you feel like with all these injuries and what you're able to see as far as the doctor's reports, are we going to be healthy maybe by the first or second week of the playoffs, or as close to as we can hope for?
Yeah, I think that's about the time you can expect us to have back what we're going to make our run with if we're going to make a run.
And we want to make a deep run this year.
We want to go, we want to eat Thanksgiving dinner together. That's one thing that we talk about. We want to have a meal together, a Thanksgiving meal, just so we can give thanks together for what we've experienced this year. So, that's the goal, and I think that we'll be as healthy as we've been in a long time come that time.
It's like the old joke about the guys that applied for the job at Mayfield, and 2 or 3 of them dropped out because they found out the season went too long. We want it to be.
We want to be like that.
We want to practice in the cold. And things change. It's amazing how things change. And I know you love cold weather.
When you start talking and making things like that, it makes me rethink about where we're at.
I'll never forget this game back in 2008 when we did go to the state semifinals, and I tell you, it was the most bitter, cold day I ever remember. It was about 18 degrees and the wind was blowing 24, 25 miles an hour. Everything was frozen on the tundra up there at Beechwood, and it was cold.
You're doing a really good job of scaring me out of these goals that we have.
And, you know, we got to play up there this year. A lot of people have been asking about this too. If we do get that far, it will be up there because of the way it falls. It's a even number year, and it goes to Region 2. Yeah. So if we do get to the semis, it will be up there.
We win the district, we will have our first 2 playoff games at home, and then we'll travel after that.
Mm-hmm. Well, we love that home atmosphere, and we're looking forward to this week having Pink out. Looking forward to getting a couple of guys back here in the next week or 2. And Coach Thompson, I'm excited. I know it's been a fall break week and maybe a little bit out of your routine, but I'm excited to have these Rockets back and against a team that, hey, we got to be sharp to beat.
Oh, definitely. We got to come in and make sure that we answer the call. So they're going to come and give us their best shot, and it's our job to make sure that we handle business, you know.
All right. Well, we're going to go take a look at the new Mr. 6, okay? Devon Nesbitt has broken the rushing touchdown mark. He's mighty close to the all-time career touchdown mark in all for all categories. And I know Devon's a guy that you're mighty proud of. I'm mighty proud. Watched him since he was just a little kid, and hey, he's matured into a great football player.
Yeah, definitely. He shows growth every day. He's just from where he come in as a little fresh. All these guys come in a little freshmen. Just the way he's grown, though, and his ability to run and how his running style's changed. It's just, I mean, it's second to none. He's a very explosive back, and every time he touches the ball, I'm excited to see what he can do. So he's a special player. And
when you've got a team like Ballard, and like we were talking about this, you know, that game went along, a lot of plays, a lot of passing plays. It got long. Kids were kind of getting on their heels. Ballard, both teams, you know, it's tiring. And then you take Devon, and he comes in there with the hammer there in the fourth quarter. He was unstoppable.
Yeah, definitely. I like to use him that way. I like to, you know, try to get some other guys going and then let Devon come in and be the finisher. But sometimes, you know, I like to be balanced as well. So, you know, you throw the run and the pass in there together, and sometimes it gets going early. But really, I like to get people on their heels and then let him finish games.
Well, I tell you, it was one of the greatest individual performances I've ever seen by a Rocket football player. And we're going to take a look right now at the new Mr. 6, Devon Nesbitt.
Stop! Stop it! Here is the first snap, the handoff to Nesbitt.
Touchdown! Mr. 6 himself, Devon Nesbitt!
Hey everybody, this is Jeff Bidwell, Sports Director at WPSD Local 6. I need to give a huge shout out to Mr. 6, Devon Nesbitt. Heck of a year, partner. Keep it rolling.
I don't know about all this. I just want to go to college and be a chemical engineer.
Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 it's your boy Tone Z coming straight from the Boogie Down Bronx, New York City. Giving a shout out to my man, Mr. 6. Hey, yo, Mr. 6. Flip them tricks, baby. Put it on them. Peace 100.
Ain't no time to hide. Better move over to the side. Hit the gas, rolling past. It's time to ride. Act fast when the bullets fly.
I'm really blessed to have the teammates that I have and blessed with the ability to run the ball.
This is music with meaning, we don't allow the lame. We spark brains with passion and embrace the fame. The music fans are confused, they don't know where to turn. There's several artists are dead, we replace the urn. Heads are roll when
Mr. 6? Who came up with that?
God when them snakes try to rattle through. See, this is war, we battle so masterful. You feel it in your skin like the ink that tatted.
Mr. 6? I kind of like it.
Still mad, but see, those same people will call it phone's majesty. I probably committed political blasphemy.
All these records are nice, but the state championship is what we're really looking for.
Angry and I know why. It's cause you stuck on that road that you chose to ride. The devil put you on that.
I don't know about all this Mr. 6 stuff. I just love running the football and scoring touchdowns. I'm Devon Nesbitt, all-purpose back for the Rockets. Right, Coach Thompson?
Devon, you're a coach.